Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Godcat is there, he has found his sunbeam. Explains what you mean, bro. What am I having to explain, Vexgal? What am I having to explain? Welcome in, welcome everybody. I hope that you all enjoy. But yes, Godcat is going to find it getting pegged. Who wouldn't want to get pegged? What a silly question, Vext. What a silly question, Vext. Everyone I know wants to get pegged, and those who don't are lying. True, the title is wild. Which, I don't have a title. My title is I survived last stream. Surely I'll survive this one. And on YouTube, it's thanks for the 100 subs. Hoping to grow and continue having conversations. So, what do you mean the title is wild? What do you mean? The Discord. That's not a title. That's just everybody to see my mental state. That's just my mental state. I don't know what you're talking about. Those who come into my chat don't see that. Only those who join my Discord see that. No, only those on my Discord get to see that nonsense. But yeah, today we're playing Project Zomboid. Hoping to always happy to have conversations thrown my way. And yeah. Alright. Oh, Odin, what are you doing? Yeah. Alright. Bottom right gaming. Switch my game capture to Project Zomboid. There we go. Alright. We have somehow survived. Yes, pegged. I liked a god one day I would love. What? Do you wish to be pegged by a goddess? I mean, who wouldn't? Did you know that Jehovah's Witnesses, for the longest amount of time, wouldn't be allowed to be pegged? Anal was just not allowed in any capacity. Imagine depriving yourself of this. I'm not like I'm not a hedonist, but like, come now. I'd love to have words. And I would love to have words. Fair enough. I too would also like to have words. Odin, what are you doing? Odin, what are you doing? Odin is in a mood today. Like, he has a lot more energy than he normally does. Or spell things out slowly typing. Well, I mean, your ADHD probably prevents you from doing that. Are we placing bets on the quantity of sprinters you'll face today? Ooh. Ooh. I could technically start a poll for that. I mean, I don't even know the amount you can face normally. Like, I'm kind of taking it now that every, like, other or third group I face will have at least one sprinter in it. So, like, on average, I've found. So, needless to say, it gets pretty riggedy scary. You look well insulated. I mean, actually, I'm not, but thank you for that. I think I'll take that as a compliment. Or is that a sneaky way of saying I look fat? Oh boy. You could have total in the day or most at one time. That's fair. I can try to do that. Give me a second while I set up a poll. Okay. In one day, will Aqua meet? Sad seeing it back here. What you playing? I'm playing Project Zomboid. I'm playing Project Zomboid currently. Alright, I have started a prediction. Hello, Bella. What's this game? Is it fun? What's the game about? This game is a zombie apocalypse simulator. It's about trying to survive long enough not to die. Or trying to survive as long as you bloody well can. Some people compare it to The Sims. But yeah, it's a fairly realistic zombie apocalypse simulator. Oh, it's a zombie with a neat looking hat. Here we are. Look at this zombie with a neat looking sun hat. Is it really fun? I enjoy it. It's, it can get tedious at times. Especially with, like, the late game. It can get a little bit tedious. Just because, like, if you've cleared out the area, then you kind of hit with this, like, ennui. It's like, what am I doing? But I kind of like that, like, existential stuff where it's just like, what the fuck am I doing? Is it practically a tower defense? Absolutely not. It's a simulation. It is certainly not a tower defense game. I swear I saw another zombie around here. It's a sandbox. It's more akin to a sandbox. Here. There's also a shed that I haven't checked out yet. Bolt cutters are at half condition. It looks like GTA 2. Yeah, the graphics are like not like, oh my god, the best. But people actually compare it more to like Sims. But yeah. Oh, I get to see the predictions. I have to see the predictions. Give me a second. Alright. So, we've had 1 vote for only 1 sprinter in the day. We've had 3 votes for... Oh no, 17% of the voters chose that I'm only going to see 1 sprinter. And 83% of the people see I'm going to see 3 sprinters in one day. So, we will see. The first day I have yet to encounter a sprinter. However, this will count the entirety of this guy's life. Predictions, yeah, on Twitch. I am currently... Some people are seeing if I'm going to see any sprinter zombies or how many. We're already tired. Fuck. So yeah, this predict... Oh, corpse sickness. Your cat was biting on the cables. Nah, he was biting on something else. He doesn't bite on cables. He knows better. He knows better. He's playing around though, like somewhere. Where is he? I have no idea where the god cat went. Oh, he's right underneath me. Okay. Odin, what are you doing? Odin is just wired today. I have no idea why he's so wired today. Okay, we cooked ourselves a meal for the day. First, a zombie. Alright, let's keep a track of how many zombies sprinters we come across today. All these bodies are decaying. I can. I should take a bath. Also, is this bandage finally done? Hey, yippee. Hello, zombie! Hello, zombie! There are a lot of zombies in that tree line. Man, we get tired so fucking fast. Hi, Odin. We are joined by the God Cat. He has finally decided to calm down. Oh, there's another one? I want to get into that shed, if I can. Sprinter one! Sprinter 1 has been found. Of today. Oof. There you are.
Hey.
Boy, that's a very angry zombie. Locked. Okay, they're dead. No screwdriver, right? A few zombies over there, a few zombies over there, but I could rest in here Rest for half an hour. And continue fighting. Okay, this little maneuver is probably going to attract a bunch of zombies, but that's okay. It didn't attract any of them. Okay. Leather gloves. Hell yeah. And a wrench. Some twine. Okay. We got ourselves some gloves. That's helpful. Very helpful. There's another shed over here that we can check out. In the graveyard. There's a bunch of zombies over there, though. Odin looks just so derpy right now on screen, and I love it. Bitch. Oh, more prescription glasses. I already have a backup pair. I don't need more. That was more zombies than I anticipated. Horn-rimmed prescription glasses. There's a lot of zombies coming out this way. That's Fence Jesus will show us the way. That was also, once again, a ton of zombies. A lot more zombies than I thought there'd be in a graveyard. Ironically enough. Let's go here now. These last houses over in this neighborhood. Second sprinter of the day. Second sprinter of the day. It's not like I'm even hiding. One more sprinter and 80% of you will be pretty happy to get some more points. Stay down. Final warning. Rubbing alcohol is nice to find. Glue. That's a lot of food. That's even more amounts of food. Bitch! Is that a bride? It is a bride! Must have been getting married at the church over there. Like per like owner. What? Like pet, like owner. Yeah, me and him are pretty good buddies. If you're thinking that he's big, he's actually just incredibly fluffy. Like, he is a healthy weight for a cat. He's like 11 pounds, last I checked, which is perfectly healthy weight. I am, however, overweight, and I need to lose weight. Which I've been saying for the past 2 years. And I haven't lost or gained weight. Much to my chagrin. Because eating is a coping mechanism for me. Crooked! Hi everyone, lurking as my day still want to support. I appreciate. Hi, thank you, Crooked. Oh, you could ban a bot on your way out. Are you sure the cat is 11? Yes. I am positive. I weighed him like a couple weeks ago. He is just that fluffy. Like, my entire, like, look how much my fingers sink into his fur. There's even another bonk opportunity. I believe you. Yes. He is just incredibly fluffy. Always has been. Should probably take these tweezers, just in case. Canned tuna. Not much in here. Yeah, there is not much in here. If I recall, there was an uber amount of zombies over it. Yeah, that's a lot of zombies. Alright, well, we've looted this neighborhood. We have food to last a while. We just have to find a way to survive the helicopter event. The best way of doing that is with a car. Raccoon. You got a nice hat, good sir. Too bad I don't wear hats very well. That's your third sprinter of the day, boys! And there's plenty of daylight to burn. Jesus. Oops, sorry chat. I bonked my microphone. I want to make my way towards the gas station, I guess. If I can clear a way towards the gas station, then I have a car. Okay. We found a Stacy Schmidt. We also called in more zombies that were hidden up here, so that's good. Theoretically, there is a path I can cut through eventually. It's just not an easy path. Sweet. We got ourselves a bulletproof vest. But now our character's getting tired. Looks like we hit 3 sprinters today. Unless we get weird things happening. The poll will be 3 sprinters. Exactly. Look at these 2 hams. Oh, hi, Starry. Good to see ya. Hello. We got the boys. We got the boy sleeping in my arm today. Hello. Playing some Project Zomboid. Got an Odin. Just sleeping. He was so wired earlier today. Just as cute as Odin? That's why there's 2 hams? Aw, I am definitely not as cute as Odin. Definitely not. Absolutely the fuck not. Look at him. There's no one that can compare. He is very comfortable? Yes, he is. How's you today? I'm doing well. All things considered, I'm doing well. Going to be starting a new campaign for the D&D. Well, it's actually for Starfinder, but you know, TTRPG. Everybody knows D&D. Oh, hello, friends. Oh, wait, I gotta get the winners of the poll. Choose outcome. Number 3 has won. Complete prediction. 83% of you have won 100 points apiece. Oh, 120 points. Soldier Rad won. Soldier Rad got the most. How was the sushi date with Save the other night? It went well. I was with another buddy as well, and they seemed to get along fairly well. I haven't had sushi in a while, and I'll be good for a bit. 120 chump change, true. Hi, I decided to turn around, but I'm going to go back. Just need to be more prepared. Fair enough, Toby. Hopefully you stay safe. Florida is an interesting place to choose to party. I think my stream is behind. Gotta refresh. Alrighty. Oh, Sprinter 1 of this morning. Crazy arse people? Yes. That is how, yes, that is the nature of Florida. Oh, you've decided to start cleaning yourself, Odin? The streak continues. Jesus, crooked. I think Soldier Rad's more than crooked. I think Soldier Rad has a bigger watch streak than crooked currently. I'll tell you what though, even if I did not make it far, I still had fun. That's good. That's wild. Yeah, I know. Met some connections on the way. That's good. The dedication? I know. Been watching me for like 2 months. I can't believe I'm that interesting. The problem is if I scream here, theoretically I could try to draw in like a bunch of the sprinters here. I could set up for a burn, I guess. Gonna leave again. See you later. Have a good one, Toby. I could set up for a burn. Oh, stones are extremely rare here. Oh, lovely. Wait, can I make a Molotov out of... I might be able to make a Molotov out of the bottle. Rubbing alcohol? I think my only hope is to find 3, I need to burn my way to them, is my only hope. Murder zombie.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, I didn't even hear you. Thanks, Tiger. Sorry for multitasking. Oh, good. My mods are seeing each other now. This is dangerous. I shouldn't let my mods interact with each other too much. Because then they'll start figuring out that no one is the favorite. Do I even have a way to light a fire? I might not even have a way to light a fire, I just realized. I don't even have a way to light a fire. Okay. I have to think about my long-term goals here because, like, the problem is I'm kind of trapped between, like, massive walls. The Build 42 map. So what I can do is, like, run to the farming community. Like, leave to go into the farming communities. Which is going to be safer. Or I try to break into town. Which is less safer. I have weapons, but it's also like, if I can get into town, I also have gas, and I have this, and I have that, and I have access to so much more stuff. Worst case scenario, I book it to the hills. I book it to the... Till then. Goody goodoo. Also, every time I fight, I get stronger. So, little by little, so. Of course, there's more risk, but the more I fight, it inversely becomes less and less dangerous. Not only in my immediate surroundings, but also I get stronger. I just have to be careful. Ooh, puppy. Were we saved by the bulletproof vest? I think we were. I think we were saved by the bulletproof vest. Oh, we got lucky. We just cut a line through this nonsense. Mistaken, eh? Thank you for your shirt. Our sneaking skill has gone up so fast.
Hey!
We need to work off our queasiness right now. Doesn't help that our base is just a hotbed for all these zombies. Time to make a soup. The mother of all stews. The mother of all stews. Maybe we actually make our way down to the convenience store.
Hey!
It's closer, has food, has tools. Although I really want to get to that gas station, but I might be able to make a bigger point through it. Use it as like a base to get there. Oh, it's Starry's favorite song. Or we should probably start exercising. That's also another option, is we start exercising because we fucking need it. But I might be able to board up my house some more, so it might be worth it to do so. What I'd like to find is also some, what's it called? Nails. And board up the house some more.
Hey!
Bring them closer to the fence. That's good. draw them in to where I want them. Break them up a bit. Yeah, if I take out this area, I've opened up a big part, and they're kind of all spread out, too. Safety. Is there something on you? Oh, you've got a nightstick. Oh, hell yeah. Come here. You're a fake and a fraud. When this breaks, we can use that nightstick. The humble bolt cutters are lasting a while. You've killed 280 zombies in 5 days. Peasy. Yeah, hello, flower. Yes, the child is here. I'm going to murder a school child. Ooh, there's something in the backpack. A granola bar, hell yeah. They probably deserved it. Probably not. But unfortunately, unfortunately, they are a weapon. And so I must respond with lethal force. I'm from Southeast. My aunt who lives with is a Christian nationalist. She is all for war crimes Trump is about to do. I'm from the Southeast. Woof. I'm very sorry, Joseph, to hear that. It is sad that people are weaponizing religion again. I'm an atheist independent. Yeah, it is sad to see that people are not learning from the things that we've already gone through, Joseph. The Nazis used religion to Southeast Georgia? Yeah. I figured you were in the States somewhere. But, like, the Nazis used religion to propagate their power. Stalin used, at first he tried to get rid of religion, and then he brought religion back to control people even more. And it's particularly sad to see that. And, like, I'm from Canada, so for the most part we're still secular. We're not dealing with that nonsense. But seeing the most powerful nation in the world deciding, yeah, we're going to back a guy who who defies and runs in the face of democracy, who uses Christian nationalism as a tool, but he himself is like a horrible individual that Jesus would look at and be like, yeah, you are the exact type of person I would be like making fun of, or, you know, saying that you shouldn't follow him. And see, the fact that no matter what he does, people will back him up. And that's why Stephen Hassan calls MAGA a cult. reasonably so. Because if you're not MAGA, you're against it. And, yeah, to be fair, I am against MAGA. Like, there's no question about that. But never have I ever been so welcomed into a stream by a simple phrase, Laval. Hello, I like trousers. Hell yeah. Well, someone came into my YouTube chat and said I'm from Southeast Georgia. My aunt who I live with is a Christian analyst, and she's all for war crimes Trump is about to do. And I'm like explaining, like, it's crazy that in less than 100 years, we have gone back to the idea that religious autocracy is what we need to have in our lives again. Like, as if we haven't, as if World War II was definitely part of that problem. Like, religion was used as a weapon by so many people. God, I hope to see what this looks like in the history books 50 years later. It's going to be the same thing we see in the history books on the lead up to World War II. Like, we don't want it. It's the crazy people, Baxis people, who I love. Huckabee, I don't know, I don't get it. Well, here's the problem, right? A lot of people don't realize how Hitler got power. Right? A lot of people don't know, like, the specifics of how Hitler got power. Now, let me preface this and say that I don't think Trump is a Nazi. What Trump definitely is a fascist, right? Two different things, right? Nazi is a specific thing, fascist is the overarching autocratic ideal. So Hitler was arrested, right? Hitler was actually arrested before he led up to his power. And in fact, he was placed in the position he was in by the state, the Wehrmacht, because they were afraid of what the communists will do, right? So, like, the wealthy business owners in the Wehrmacht were terrified of communism, as they should be. Not saying that I'm a communist, I'm definitely a socialist, but, like, every business owner and every, like, autocratic ideal hates socialism even. Imagine someone makes a mod called Project, and the survivors are... Okay, cool. I don't want that in my fucking chat. I definitely don't want that in my chat. So Hitler was then arrested because he was causing too much issues, where that's in prison is when he wrote Mein Kampf. And he barely won the power to become chancellor of Germany. Like, it was close. But the problem is like, autocrats and fascists use the democratic process to take it over. And that's what the thing that annoys me most about fascists is like, oh, you're taking away my freedoms, you're taking away my right to free speech. It's just like, well, the problem with you is you want to take everyone's rights and most everyone's right to free speech away. And you're trying to use the democratic process to do it. So you can't give people, like, it's a paradox of tolerance. You can't tolerate intolerant people because they will use your tolerance as a way to build power so that they can reinstill their intolerant ideas. And the biggest whiners about free speech and the ability to say whatever the fuck they want are people that want to do that. Do you think it was in the Epstein files? I mean, it's a fact that he was in. Flower, I have a headache. I ran out of my headache mix. I had to, so I'm, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Flower. But that's, the fact he was, it is a genuine fact that Trump is in the Epstein files. It's a genuine fact. Now, the allegations is like, some people are in the Epstein files and didn't do anything, right? They just happened to be around, right? The Epstein files is a big list of a whole bunch of different, like, it encodes emails, flight logs, all these different things, right? Trump is in the Epstein files. Just because someone is in the Epstein files doesn't mean they did anything wrong. Does that mean that I don't think Trump did anything wrong? No, he's absolutely a pedophile. Or at worst, like, a sexual abuser. At best, Trump is a sexual abuser. Because he has been convicted of that. Like, these are cold, hard facts. He has been convicted of all these things. And somehow people still follow him. You're trying to take away my free speech gets cleared up so quickly when you realize what they want to use your free speech for? Precisely. They're not looking for free speech for everybody. They're looking for free speech for themselves. And only themselves. He was talking about his daughter. He was talking about... There is clips of him talking about... talking to like a 9 or 8 year old girl. And he's like, I'm gonna date that girl in 10 years. It's like... Huh? Trump is... It is not hard to find reasons for Trump being a bad person. Like, it's not hard to find many reasons why he's a bad person. It's much harder to find reasons why he's worth following. In fact, I'd say it's nearly impossible. And, like, I'm Canadian, right? I don't think it's in my place to tell anybody who they should vote for if they're not in my country. Like, same as how I don't think anybody in another country should be influencing my elections. I don't believe Canadians should be influencing, like, American elections. But if someone talks to me about it, I will give my opinion. And of course, you have to understand that if you're listening to someone from another country, they're going to be biased to what's best for their country. But since Canada and America are so fucking close, both like politically, economically, and ideologically, I think Canadian opinion is something that's worth listening to sometimes regarding American politics. Like, when I discussed the C9 Canada bill with a family member, oh, it's taking away our free speech? What is this? Oh, it's an anti-hate speech bill. Yep. Like, once again, it's like, what was it? Jordan Peterson got his entire rise to fame because he's just like, oh, it's controlled speech. You can get arrested for using the wrong pronouns. It's like, no, you wouldn't. The bill never says they'd arrest you for using the wrong pronouns. It's expanding what it means to attack someone using your thing. And granted, I'm always like one to be careful about like how free speech operates, but still. Hegseth has, yeah. And regardless of there being allegations, regardless of them being allegations or not, remember back in the past that someone cheating on their wife was considered worthy enough to end someone's presidency. George W. Bush.
I never had sexual relations with that woman.
But now it's like Trump can do anything, and it's like, oh, cool. You guys never cared about any of that stuff. You just cared about if you had power or not. Interesting. Or it's not about morals. It's not about what's right, what's wrong. It's about, oh, is my guy in power? Anyways, what's your favorite part about Project Zomboid? It's got to be the decorating for me, placing stuff. For me, it's the intense moments where I am so immersed in the moment where it feels like I'm being the character, where I'm like running away or something incredibly intense is happening. And like I'm fighting for every second, for every moment. And like one misstep can mean death. Like, to me, that's the drive for a... It's like the pure adrenaline rush. I wish I could move to Canada. I have Asperger's, though. I mean, you can move to Canada whilst having Asperger's. we don't... It's not like we don't accept people that don't have Asperger's. Unless you're like, Asperger's makes it impossible for you to live by yourself. In which case, then yes, I understand that that's an issue. I don't want anyone calling me the N-word because of my race. I don't want someone to use hate speech for calling me fat. I don't want them calling cripple for being disabled as hate speech. So why would I want they, them pronouns to be used against me either? Precisely. Once again, the biggest snowflakes in the world are actually conservatives. Blaine, what the fuck? But yeah, the biggest snowflakes in the world are conservatives. Always have been. Now, calling me fat is no longer... I accept it, nor do I care. I mean... Any word used to describe someone can be used as an insult. Every word. Even things that we have positive connotations for. Right? You can call someone beautiful and you can turn that into an insult entirely based on context. Aqua, do 5 push-ups right now. You have to come onto Twitch to be able to make me do push-ups. Well, I can live Sydney and I'm learning skills and like that and get where I want to be. That's the most important part. Make sure you do well at school. Make sure you're constantly learning. Make sure you grab courses. Make sure you grab something so that capitalistic managers see that you can be worthy to hire. I am a veterinary major. For some reason, I find that a little bit hard to believe. I think one of the best ways to do that... Blaine, do individuals evolve or do populations evolve? I think that should be a fairly easy, pretty easy test to see if you're a veterinary major to an extent. I'm 25, communication's a problem, obviously, and routine. Yeah. Try to find a routine that includes schooling of some kind, Joseph. It's true, man. I mean, sure, you might be. I don't doubt, well, I do doubt it, but it might be true. So I'm just curious. Do individuals evolve or do populations evolve? I'm just curious. People of all. What the fuck does that mean? And we haven't had a bath in a while. I can make tire sandals. Tire body armor. Interesting. The tire sandals just remind me of those life hack videos of someone making sandals with plastic bottles. I know! Oh, I know it all too well. All right. But yes, I am so happy that I Like Trousers has arrived. I too am wearing trousers currently. Wouldn't it be a problem solution if it rained so I opened my umbrella? Fair enough. Alright, let's put on our bulletproof vest. Do you think your cat loves you? As much as a cat can. Or reasonably so. Right? Love between creatures is going to be different. What's the best province? I thought about Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia? Really? What made you think of Nova Scotia? I mean, it really depends what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for money, Alberta. If you're looking for really cheap places to live, you're looking at Saskatchewan and Manitoba. If you're looking for really dense urban populations, you're going to go to southern British Columbia, specifically like Vancouver, or southern Ontario, specifically Toronto. Or, yeah. If you're looking for, and if you're okay with learning French, Quebec is an option for you, but you better learn French. Everything on the East Coast is going to be a little bit more difficult unless you have specialized training. I'm okay, I'm dumb. No, you're fine. I just... I've never heard of Nova Scotia being considered the best province. Wouldn't it be a problem solution if it rates, or would that be cause or effect? I don't get what you're trying to ask, Flower. I don't get what you're trying to ask. I mean, child's homework? Oh. I mean, it really depends on what you define, right? So, it rained, well, it rained so I opened my umbrella would be, I'd say, is more cause and effect, because it rained so I opened my umbrella does not indicate that rained is a problem, and opening your umbrella is the solution. Right? It rained, so that's the cause. So I opened my umbrella. Cause and effect. Cat actually doesn't love, but rather thinks, oh yeah, this fat cat is cool with me. I will let you stay with me. More like, I let him stay with me. But yeah, as much as, like, that's why I said, as much as a cat can love you, right? The idea of other creatures loving other creatures is, like, nebulous concept to begin with. I'm not smart enough to learn French, then stay away than Quebec. I assume the most atheists live in the cities? I mean, Canada, as the most part, is a secular nation. So, you're going to get a mix regardless. I'd say the majority of people are still religious in Canada. Or at least spiritual. So, that goes pretty much every country on Earth. A dog can love you 100% though, but their definition of love is once again same, right? It really depends on what you define as love. Oh my god, that's a lot of zombies. Sprinter! Dogs are built to love humans. It's how their body works. Dogs have evolved traits that make them agreeable to human societies. They're not built to love humans, and it's not necessarily how their body works. They just work incredibly well based on years of domestication, right? It's processes of domestication, of which domestication has different varying effects, right? Just because they are domesticated does not mean they love you. Cats are probably one of the least domesticated creatures, along with camels and certain types of bats. But like cows and sheep are some of the most domesticated creatures on Earth, and they're not built to love humans. She's in 4th grade, I struggle. It's okay. Again, no, I'm explaining biological facts. Sprinters lost all of their fear factor from me when I saw one trip in a parking lot. They have great fear factor for me. Thank you, my head is hurting. I'm still going to be there tonight. I'm glad. Right? Unless you're trying to claim that dogs were specifically created to be that way. And if so, who are they created by? Because we have a very big understanding of the evolutionary history of dogs. Right? Once again, you're running into the problem of, how do you define love? Is love the ability to sacrifice yourself for another creature? If so, elephants are able to love creatures they've never met before. Once again, love is a nebulous concept. UK parent-infant bonding. UK parent-infant bonding. I don't... What's the question about? I don't know what you're asking. How many half Canadian, half Americans are in Canada? Like, one of their parents are American? There's quite a bit of overlap. It's pretty easy. I have a friend in my chat. Her name is Vexed Gal. Or that's her internet handle. She's half American, half Canadian. And she is trying to like, she's in America right now and she wants to immigrate to Canada, and she's trying to do that. You know, the UK parent, you know about parent-infant bonding. I'm aware of it, yes, and I'm aware of the different styles of parent-infant bonding, right? You have, like, certain avian parent-infant bonding. You have human parent-infant bonding. There are different types of parent-infant bonding, not just humans, but are we talking about that? I think I define love as a feeling of safety and belonging, though the definition can be changed and contorted to all kinds of other meanings still work. A hard thing to discuss. Well, for me, what I hate about the English language is that we only have one word for love. We have like and love, like, so 2 words. Whereas in Greek, they had several different types of words for love. They had like agape, storos, eros, philia, and one more. Did I say storge? I may have already said storge, but I believe they had 5 different words for love, and it's like specific things and specific feelings regarding those types of love. Which I feel like we need to bring back. It'll help. Really, we are talking about humans and dogs, okay? So, once again, as part of the domestication process of humans and dogs, we selectively chose traits in these dogs that made them more agreeable to us. If you want to say that's love, sure, but those traits exist because humans have bred them to be that way. That's part of the domestication process. The colonies are bonding. Both America and Canada are both from England. I think that is what they mean. I don't think that's what they're talking about. The one thing I went back to school for was to get, like, credits for fucking lessons in evolutionary biology, so that is like one of the few things that I'm actually like school educated on. Okay, so when your dog sees you, it releases oxytocin, not just once. Whenever they see you, it keeps on releasing. The same thing happens to elephants when they see humans. If you want to say that love is simply the release of oxytocin in the brain, I have some really bad news for you. Because elephants, when they see humans, they think we're really cute. And once again, we selectively bred those traits from the dogs. What I'm saying is that love is a nebulous concept. I believe that a dog can love you as much as a dog can. And, which is, like, really powerful, really great and all. But, you know, your major is... Oh, I don't have a major. I only took 1 course in evolutionary biology. I'm not saying that dogs can't love you. I'm just saying that the idea of trying to quantify love in creatures is going to be very difficult. Right? Like, you're comparing a difference between a cat and a dog love. Dog bonding is biologically optimized? Yeah, I know, but, like, once again. Is there a country that I can be an incel loser? Finland is going to be the best one for that one. But good luck with that one. I'd suggest working on yourself. Just because you have Asperger's doesn't mean that someone can't love you physically enough. No, you're very good. I like this argument. Fair enough. Thought about moving to Thailand? You have to work hard there if you plan to live there. Or get an online job. It's difficult to know what animals are thinking as they think differently than us. We share things. They're also very different. Well, I mean, once again, there are creatures that have better empathy within its own kind than humans do. For example, bonobos. But on the flip side, you have chimpanzees that are, like, just as violent as we are. I'm not getting called sirs, and I can leave whatever I want, so solid 10 out of 10 back and forth. Yeah. But, like, the most interesting animal in terms of, like, consciousness, specifically to me, is the elephant. Because the elephant, like, everybody knows elephants have a good memory, but that translates to a lot, right? They have behaviors that are very similar to humans in a very specific context, which is our forms of spirituality, right? They mourn their dead very similarly to how humans mourn their dead. Not just like, oh, like they stand around the body, they stand around the grave. No, they have like specific cries, like dirges they sing. They bury their dead in a ritualistic fashion. They do these ritualistic things and behaviors, which is like so similar to what humanity does with regards to its dead. On top of that, elephants are more likely than humans to help out a species other than their own for the sake of just helping them out, for like not expecting anything in return. The only time they don't is when they're in rut. AKA, for those of you who don't know, incredibly horny. Apes are intelligent too? Yeah. But elephants are, so interesting in terms of like arguments for consciousness. Dogs love humans because evolution programmed their brains to form real attachment through trust, reward, and loves hormones like oxytocin and dopamine. Sure, right? I'm not saying that that's not the case. What I'm saying, though, is to try to compare the love that a cat has for a human than a dog has to a human is going to be a very nebulous and very difficult thing to do. Like, try to compare. Like, you could, at least trying to, like, show, like, a truly different way. Because some cats do very much have similar ideas like dogs and behaviors to dogs in terms of how they care about their owner. Some cats, not all. And there are some dogs, like Chihuahuas, that are very different. Because, fun fact, Chihuahuas were bred to be eaten. Chihuahuas were bred to be eaten. If you boil them, apparently their skin comes off super easily. So they have a very different attitude than other dogs. Generally speaking. And also we see the process of domestication of foxes, too, in our understanding of, like, relationships between the domesticatee and the domesticator. Sadly, due to the war in Russia, that project is very hard to get more knowledge of. America doesn't make pennies anymore. Yeah, we don't make pennies anymore either. Elephants are kind of very emotional and very much emotionally driven. They, like I said, to me, they're one of the most interesting examples of, like, understanding consciousness. Okay, back had to help with cause and effect problem, solution, compare and contrast, lastly sequence. Fair enough. But yeah, I adore In terms of, like, consciousness, when people are trying to bring up, I don't know about Chihuahua, let me research. I'm pretty sure they were domesticated to be eaten, if I recall. I want to double check this myself, no less. Hubby says they are alarm systems. Yeah, so they were not domesticated entirely to be eaten, but they were definitely eaten. Mesoamerican cultures ate dogs, but that does not mean Chihuahuas were specifically bred. They were not solely bred to be eaten, but they have traits that make them easier to eat compared to other creatures. Is what I'm seeing. They descended from Techichi. Yes. Maybe one of these vehicles have a vehicle in them.
Hey!
One would think they would have bred them to be meteor like people in South America do with the guinea pigs. I mean, depending on how you feed a Chihuahua. Freak shows. Depending on how you feed them. I kind of hate them. Hubby wants a Great Dane, I want a poodle, but after Lady passes away, we are not to get another. It's hard. It'll be hard. Fair enough. If and when Odin does pass, I will either get an axolotl or another kitty. Oh god, hello, Sprinter. Well, yeah, one of my favorite breeds of dog is pretty simple. It's like, I'm a big fan of golden retrievers. Odin is not allowed to leave us. He will always stay with us in spirit. I'd say the best dog for a family is the German Shepherd. Be very careful with German Shepherds. Like, German Shepherds are great. Do not get me wrong. I love them. They are the only dog that I've had to kill with my bare hands. Fun story about that one. That was not a pleasant day. Wait, what? I guess I gotta tell this story now. Fun story, everybody. This is going to, for those of you that do not want to hear about a dog being killed, I would suggest going away for the next 5 minutes while I explain this story. I'm putting my dog down tomorrow. He's 11. He was fine 2 weeks ago, but today he can barely walk. Cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that, this old helmet. Dogs are great. So now I'm going to tell a very sad story about dogs, and in case of me. So as you all probably are aware of, I am a former Jehovah's Witness. And being a former Jehovah's Witness, I went door to door quite a bit. And I was about 16, 17. Don't step foot in North Carolina, you'd be neutralized on spot 100%. Well, let me explain what happened first before that happened. So I was going door to door, and I was with my younger sister, and we were knocking on doors, and we came across this house that had a German Shepherd guarding it. And it had a very long driveway, so we didn't really see the dog, but we came up the driveway, and then we saw the dog, and the dog was not letting us get to the door. And it was like on a metal chain and desperately trying to get at us. Like, it was like feral. Very, very aggressive. So we started walking away, and we got down the street, and then we saw the German Shepherd had broken its chain and started chasing us down. And in the heat of the moments, it was in winter, I told my sister to give me her jacket and run to the car. And so basically I tore her jacket off of her and then wrapped it around my arm and she tore off. And then I got between her and the dog. And then I will put out my arm with the jacket. It clamped down on the jacket. And so I had shielding. It was still uncomfortable. And then I just grabbed it and I kept holding it and I choked it out. And in the process, we don't know exactly how it died, but it died. So, I love German Shepherds. They're great. However, if you are not going to train your dogs properly, do not get a dog that was literally designed to keep prisoners in bay. This goes for pit bulls, German Shepherds, Malamutes, all that shit. So yeah, that's that story. Dogs type will... I was not expecting to hear that story today. Yeah, I apologize, but someone brought it up. Entree dogs, most easiest to scare, man. Yeah. Dog types depend on how much the family match that enters the family's activity level. Yeah, because they're like wolves. Well, not like wolves, they descended. You've seen Lady when people go, will she bite? She won't bite me. And then they look at, she's a dog and very protective of the house. Yeah. For me, it's just like untrained, like, animals. It happened. Well, at the same time, I'm just like, still a brutal story. She is their protector, and that's important. And she's trained to do so, and that's understood. She won't leave the area to attack you elsewhere in the middle of the goddamn street. But yeah, I've lost 2 dogs in my life due to different things. I am really mad, but I understand. And believe me, I did not want to do it. I was not intending to end it. I just, unfortunately, wasn't given much of an option or choice. I didn't get the first part. Oh, I was going door to door because I was preaching. I was a Jehovah's Witness at the time. You're happy about that? That's fair, Flower. Why did it attack you again? It was really mad at us for being on the property. And then it broke its chain to chase us down. All I can think of now is you gotta do what you gotta do, yeah, especially in that instance. All I can think of now is Kenny Powers in the Eastbound and Down and the wolf that had chained to a fridge in his garden. Okay, so ran. Yeah. But yeah, that could have been way worse if... I don't know what came over me, but I was able to think of that... the jacket situation pretty fucking quick. Alright, Jehovah's Witnesses, I'd forgotten. I've actually dipped my toes a bit into the Yellow Deli 12 tribes in my local area, and yeah, they're... Oh, the 12 tribes! Oh, I have heard of them. I know who they are. Not a big fan of those guys. Yeah, I believe they're also a cult. Also, just completely wrong about history, but you know. You triggered the dog by running? Oh no, we turned its back to it. Did you have any interaction with the dog's owner after that? Oh yeah. He tried to sue me. And the cops were there. And they're like, you can try it, but you're not going to get anywhere. Eventually drop the charges. Because if he was going to sue me, I was going to countersue him. Or my parents would. It says one rabbit hole to delve into. Would recommend it. Online, not in person. Food isn't bad. They keep giving me free food. Yeah. I've heard of them. Yeah. And the worst part is that wasn't the only time that I've had problems with dogs. I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but once again, the amount of... I've had several instances of very bad dog owners with very badly trained dogs where... I have 2 stories where they've ended up dead, although this time I wasn't the one that put it down. Oh, hello, Sprinter. What if the owner was a John Wick fan? Then he should know better. John Wick knew how to train his dogs better than this guy. Oh god, another Sprinter. There we go. I'm loving the update on this, by the way. I'm glad. Woof. Slowly but surely, we're getting to where we need them to be. I'm also trying to thin out any sort of sprinters I see. Anyways. Yeah. Moving on. That's fair. You can sit on the furniture and the characters have voices? Yeah. Odin, please. Odin, please. I'm fighting zombies right now. Odin, please. I found lipstick. I'm gonna try to draw them up here. Are you coming to North Carolina anytime soon? I don't plan on going to the United States of America anytime soon, no. Inform me? I'm not planning to go to the United States anytime soon. If I'm going to be going out of the country, I'm going to be fucking going to Japan. Japan, Denmark, or Egypt. Although I've heard many people have really bad experiences with Egypt. Hope aliens abduct me. I'm tired of this planet. Pylon, are you okay? Do you and your partner doing kind? Wait, where are you from? I'm from Canada. Earth is ghetto. As a Canadian level 1 carpenter, deaf Germany, would love to see how they built their houses compared to Canada and America. Definitely not out of fucking paper. Yeah, don't go to Egypt. I used to live in North Carolina, Fayetteville. I was at Fort Bragg, nice state, lots of sand and pine trees. I'm a big fan of Canada. God, I wish we weren't neighbors to America. I'm so sick of using both inches and millimeters. I know. How many feet up? Perfect. With love, where from? Canada? Toronto? I am from Saskatchewan. Although I've lived all over Canada. I've lived in BC, I lived in Alberta, I lived in Ontario, I lived in Toronto, I almost lived in Quebec at one point. But now I'm back in Saskatchewan.
Hey!
Oh god, Sprinter. I just want to see the space and chill with non-human sentient beings of an advanced civilization. I don't think we're going to find those. There's a chance that they exist, but there's also an even higher chance that we will never find them. Unfortunately. Let me live my delusion. Phylan really just wants to play Stellaris IRL, and he wants the xenocompatibility perk immediately. He's like, that is the first Ascension perk I want. I want that xenocompatibility perk immediately. A robot first. Whoa! I didn't expect a clank from you. I want to turn psionic. Boy, Phylan, you are in a mood today. Do you prefer Glock 19 or Beretta 92? Probably the Glock, but I've never fired a small arm like that. I've never fired a small arm. I've only ever fired a 12 gauge. Like, twice in my life. So. Phylan, I think you need to ask your boyfriend for some alone time. How many firearms do you have? 0. I'm Canadian! Most of us don't have guns! And if we do, most of it is for hunting / sports. Very few of us have firearms for self-defense. I have no swords for self-defense.
Hey!
Oh yeah, we're Canadian. We do not have a gun culture of any kind of variety. I wonder why bird species tend to be despots or autocratic. Are you talking about Solaris or real life? I prefer the 92. I carried an M9, same as the bread, on a few deployments. Solaris. I have no idea. For me, if I'm in a zombie apocalypse, I'd probably just want a gun. Like, I probably wouldn't use a lot of guns. And if I was, it's going to be a shotgun. Like, my entire, like, choice of weaponry is because of zombie apocalypses. Repeat the question about birds? Oh, Phylan is talking about a video game. He's wondering why bird species in Solaris tend to be despots or autocratic. It's not actually about, like, real-life birds. I almost have a way to get to the fucking convenience store. I know, next thing you're gonna say is, I neutralized Eagle ones. No, no. Never. Although I've come close to a Canada Goose. I'm just kidding. I used to have a Canadian Enfield rifle. Oh. Damn, you really shouldn't have sold that. Damn! That's cool. A Lee Enfield rifle. Although, once again, I don't see the point of owning a gun for myself. In any real capacity. I got a 92. So, someone who heard your story came to take revenge for the dog, and if you don't have a gun, how will you defend yourself? Like I said, I have swords in that corner. And number two, I mean... yeah. They're not likely to come at me with a gun. And I am bigger than most people. I am bigger than 90% of the population of Canada. Not just width, but I mean height. And I'm also probably stronger than 80% of Canadians. And if it so happens I get beat up, I get beat up. Not likely to get dead. Canadian alpha male? I'm not even pretending to be... No! That's not what I mean by that. It's just like... People are not generally going to pick a fight for me. Sigma male then. No. But you are stronger than a gun though. Absolutely not. No, a gun is still going to kill me.
Hey!
Like, I don't pretend. If someone's coming at me with a gun, I'm dead. It's not like one of those situations. It's like man versus bear. Oh god, hello. I'm more scarier looking than Aqua. I mean, in general, if you're trying to actually physically fight me, I can understand why it can be somewhat intimidating. I'm big and I'm pretty strong. That don't mean I'm tough, but I'm big and I'm strong. There's a company that makes copies of... I still prefer my English bastard swords. My long swords. Big fan of those types of weapons. Alright, we have cleared a path towards this. I'm going to send a skinwalker towards you. Okay, well, I'm not going to fight a skinwalker. Why would I... I can't beat a skinwalker. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not beating a skinwalker. I'm not going to pretend that I win those. Attack. Wait, those are keys. Do you have any antique swords? No, I just have training polymer swords. Damn it! No gas! Bunch of food stuff. Aqua the Alpha Canadian Sigma versus the Skinwalker. Or Aqua the Alpha Canadian versus the Wendigo. I'm not winning either of those fights. I'm running. I don't even fucking care. I am running. There's no gas in this one either! Either way, I'm not fighting those supernatural creatures. Supernatural creatures are bullshit. You have to find out what their weakness is. If they even have one, because there are some supernatural creatures that don't even have a weakness, so what's the point? The horror is, hey, there's nothing you can do about it. At least with fucking Alien, you can, like, burn it or shoot it in space. I am weak as fact, that's why I need a gun. Well, it sounds like a skill issue. It sounds like a skill issue. Oh, big stretch for Odin. Yeah, but the skill won't win against him, though. Against a gun, that's true. But yeah, once again, in Canada, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. They're Canadian, they don't have a Second Amendment. We don't even have. We have a Bill of Rights. Different laws. God save the king. And all that nonsense. So why learn about guns like that if you can't own one? I know very tertiarily. I know very little about guns in general. Noobs free XP. Are you a mass shooter? Are you the reason why there's a mass shooter like every single like day in the States? Or twice a day? Like, are you like there's a mass shooting twice a day in the United States. Are you responsible for half of them? That scared the piss out of me. I'm not allowed to break that loud, Jesus. Respawn even if we did? Fair enough. I mean, you can own guns in Canada. You're just quite limited what is legally available, what kind of license you have. Precisely. Can you own cannons? We can own cannons. No license. Shipped right to your door. I don't think so. Maybe. Soldier Rat. Kowalski. Analysis. Technically, it is over 100 years old, so you can own almost anything except it becomes an antique. That's true. If I shot a bullet from here and Miraxian reached you, will I get imprisoned? Yes. If they could prove that it was you. It has taken me, like, a day and a half just to get inside this convenience store. Okay. I got pinged 3 times on Discord. Oh, fucking Bella got hit. Okay, serious talk. Have you ever been molested? Who starts a question? Who starts a question like that? No, I was not. I never was. Although I've had instances where I had to talk about very uncomfortable things with people that I really shouldn't be having those types of conversations with. Because of religion. Yes, where else? No, I used a government and found your home. You live fit for me in Ohio. You've been lying to us the entire time. Oh, wow. Soul, do you got comments on this? Can you buy cool fireworks in Canada? You can. They're usually restricted, but if you go onto native reserves, they can't restrict them the same way, so a lot of people go there. Box of nails, hell yeah. A lot of cool stuff here. Oh, some nice food. There's some nice stuff here. Oh, it is nice. It is very nice to finally be able to, like, get access to something big. This is big. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. We got flour. We can fucking make bread, finally. We got so many calories here. Ooh, agriculture. Hell yeah. Let's go. I should just pick up more stuff. while I'm in there. Like, I should be able to fill my backpack and stuff. Can you buy the fireworks on Native Land and then set them off outside the boundary? You shouldn't, but depending on where you are, you're probably not. It's going to be hard to, like, prove it was you. Really depends on how big narcs are. Alrighty, we have food. I'm gonna eat this hot dog like fucking Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2. And be like, that. I still don't understand what the fuck this game is about. Blaine, have you ever played Minecraft? Going around killing zombies for hours? It's about surviving. Zombies for as long as you can. The game is whatever you want to make it. It's a sandbox game. You have to give your own meaning to it. Odin is doing the biggest of stretches. I am hungry. Fair enough. I am not. Not yet. How old are you? Take a guess. Take a guess, Blaine. Take a guess. Blaine. $36. You're off by a decade. $48. Now you're off by 2 decades. Yeah. I need to take a nap. Y'all have fun. Thank you. Lol 24. I'm 27. But nice try. I'll give you a shiny gold star. Yeah, never say that again. Why is that? Is that because you're Bonnie Blue's child? That is the helicopter event. So how's life, K9 Hunter? Going okay. Lock the feck in right now. Excluding the K9 part, it's going okay. All things considered. It'd be nice when I start working again. This helicopter event scares the bejesus out of me. If I'm not careful, this will just kill me. Nobody's trying to get into my house right now, so I'm being very, very careful. This helicopter fence can just straight up kill me because of like the noise. It'll draw in so many zombies if it's possible. Gotta go. Thanks for the fun. Stay safe. Thank you, this old helmet. Take it easy. Oh, fuck. Oh god. What's your marital status? Single. Single as fuck. Been that way for almost a year now. In a week, it'll be a year. Man, this zombie is struggling with this last one. Are you gay? No, I don't. I'm only 99% straight. Because anybody who claims to be 100% straight is lying. I'm trying right now to focus. I am trying really hard right now to focus. That was a spooky situation. Oh. Holy crap. Fallout Boy, hello. How are you doing? I'm just hoping that the thing is over. Odin is dreaming currently. What was that? That was a helicopter event. So the helicopter event, random ass helicopter decides to mess around with your day and spread out all the zombies, causing issues and all the like. And I was trying to stay hidden. Unfortunately, the zombies started finding me. Yeah, getting ready for school, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, Odin is dreaming like crazy right now. See if I can take back my home, though. Sprinter. You ruined my day. Well, my house has been absolutely destroyed. What do you do? What do you mean, what do I do? Like, for work? I'm a landscaper, if that's what you want. And why did you start streaming? I enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy start streaming, but also I like combining my activism with gaming, because I think cults are bad. Okay. Cults are bad, okay. Oh, big stretch from the Odin. Okay, we may have survived the helicopter event, but kind of barely. If that could have gone sideways, like far worse. Your ex-cult once approached me too. I escaped without zero efforts. Well, I unfortunately was born into it. So, yeah, unfortunately. Okay, well, also unfortunately, our base has become significantly less safe. XJW, I have Jehovah's Witnesses come to my door on a regular basis, and I'm sorry for you. Yeah, I'm a former Jehovah's Witness. I am sorry that you have to, unfortunately, deal with that. Okay, yeah. Did you ever study the early church? Yes. I believe we talked about this before. But not as a Jehovah's Witness. From other stuff. Biblical history is something interesting to me, regardless. It definitely doesn't give me more faith, but, you know. How are they actually different from the rest? It's not, I mean, like, are you saying what's the difference between a religion and a cult? The difference between a religion and a cult is very, very minute. And you, like, studies on it are rare, but more psychology and more tests are being done. Odin, I think it is time for you to leave. I think it is time for you to leave. Oh. How did you lose your faith? First, I lost faith in the organization. I deconstructed from the organization because the organization, that I belong to obviously could not be true, like, among other problems. And then I lost faith in the Bible because the Bible, why did you call him Odin? Because that's his name. I named my cat Odin. And then I lost faith in the Bible, and so Bible, like, I mean, besides there being tons of historical inaccuracies, scientific inaccuracies, also, like, the theme is not consistent, right? It, to me, is clearly written by men, for men. none of it A, feels divinely inspired, or anything about it looks divinely inspired. And then I lost faith in God because I'm like, well, A, it doesn't really matter, and B, there has no God that I have come across that feels worthy of worship in any degree or capacity. JW, Orthodox Catholic, JW versus the rest. JWs are really weird Christians. Like, they do have unique, different faiths. They don't believe in the Trinity. They don't believe in hellfire. They don't believe that everybody goes to heaven. But they do believe that Jesus, died for their sins, and they believe the need to proselytize for that. That is just the very basics. Okay. Is there a way I can sleep tonight? Oh, how are you? So, Muslim in disguise. I wouldn't say that. Muslims are followers of the way, as purported by Muhammad. They do not profess to follow Muhammad in any degree, and in fact think that Muhammad is an evil man. Which, I mean, I can't disagree with them. Okay, we can stay in here, and then make the other one our storage place. Okay. I can't not, it's not like I can disagree with them. Okay, we survived the helicopter event. Let us see how this helicopter event. But yeah, JWs are particularly odd Christians compared to most. They're not entirely unique, but yeah. Give it to one of them before they ran away. What? Who can what? What? I'm in doubt right now. I'm losing faith. I don't know. I'm not looking. I'm in a complicated situation. I mean, not going to give you advice one way or the other. At the end of the day, it's not wrong to be one or the other. It is wrong if you're going to weaponize whichever belief system or whatever belief system you don't believe in as a way to harm others. So, it's your life. You choose who you want to be. I'm back again. Hello, Falaboy. Can you add Bella again? She's currently been hacked, actually. Oh, God. Sprinter. Oh, God, those sprinters move so fucking fast. But she's been currently hacked, so we don't know where she's going. The piece of paper, man, read the previous message. XJWs, I have Jehovah's Witnesses come to my door on a regular basis and give it to one of them before they run away. What do you give? I only see the two pieces of, only the two messages in the chat. One of your messages may have been withheld for some weird reason. Wait, Bella was hacked? Yes. Be careful. She did an oopsie and trusted a bot. Oh god, another sprinter. Straight questions. While losing your faith, did you feel conflicted? Yeah. I totally did. This was the belief system I had my entire life. This was the beliefs that I held near and dear to my heart. These were the beliefs that I were willing to die for. And then I found out that I was being lied to. And then I found out that there are other problems. And then I found out that not only do I not believe these things, but I find that the beliefs that a lot of religious people have are actively harmful. So yeah, it was conflicting. It took me 6 months. It took me 6 months from the moment I started researching for myself till the point where I'm like, okay, I don't believe this anymore. And then another 6 months before I actually finally left the faith that I was in. The process took a year. And even after I left the group, I was still like leaning towards theism, that there was still a God out there somewhere. Then I deconstructed from that too. Can you add the cat, please? Nah, he was already here for like most of the time. You missed it. You should have been here earlier. For shame. I only believe in Jesus, but people try to force me to believe other things. At the end of the day, you have to be who you want, feel you need to be. Please add the cat. No. He is sleeping somewhere else right now. Bruh. Holy crap. Anyways, another topic. Fair on these. I'm sorry, I had to pack my stuff for school. Well, sorry to hear that. What do you think is the best depiction of the zombie apocalypse? Depends. The zombie apocalypse that would actually wipe out humanity, or the type of zombie apocalypse that feels like the most human? Because The Walking Dead does a pretty decent deal with that. Of course, the problem with that is it suffers from really bad writing. 28 Days Later, yeah, that's more of a they're not even like traditional zombies. They're not like dead moving. They're rabies, which makes them scary. Scientifically most accurate. I mean, The Last of Us do a pretty good job. 28 Days Later also does a pretty good job of that too. Because they're like, it's not that they're moving dead bodies, right? It's not like The Walking Dead. So 28 Days Later and The Last of Us do pretty fucking good jobs because they're based off like real things. That theoretically could do something. Last of Us is a far reach, a bit, but I mean, parasites can do some really nasty stuff. And fungus especially are really weird. Just in general. They can make you into a zombie. Well, they make a lot of things into a zombie. Fungi can't just jump from species that easily. True, but it's like, what if they could? Like, what if some evolutionary trigger does add something? Not that it's likely to, in any capacity, but what if it could? For example, a temp is much higher and the immune system is a far reach. True. Like, I know the reasons why it can't, but theoretically, you could maybe engineer something to do some of that. Theoretically. It's a very big theoretically, but theoretically, you could engineer something to do that. If that happens, maybe we won't have attack us just with cordyceps to infect ants. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to get back to my thing again. They could kill you at max, but the evolution to bring back dead is meh. I mean, the cordyceps don't bring you back from the dead. They control you, then kill you, right? So, like, I can imagine, and then, like, The Last of Us, like, they control you, and then they get big enough to, like, move you around. But yeah, bringing back anything from the dead is going to be very meh in general, but everything else, Be basically like a fungus that, when it infects you, like functions very similar to rabies. Last of Us creature is awesome. What a way to die. You seem very excited about dying that way. But it changed neuroreceptors without killing us. Like I said, I could see something, like, theoretically being possible to engineer, but definitely wouldn't be something that would evolve on its own, but engineering it, I could, like, theoretically see something that could be able to be done. Not with our current technology, but, I mean, it's at least within relatively the realm of possibility. Well, if I kill this group, then I can once again reclaim it. Oh. I have a bioengineering kit, got it a long time ago, made some cool stuff, safe stuff, maybe. I'd assume it'd be very hard for you to make something actually deadly there. Vexia. What do you prefer, to mate with a male or to mate... Blaine, buddy, what the fuck? You're asking me, like, would I rather do something that is perfectly acceptable, albeit just maybe personally unpleasant, or do something that's completely wrong to do? Blaine, I'm not going to do bestiality. That is not good. Let's have some more high quality questions than that. Because the problem that I have with that question specifically is like you're asking a would you rather as if they're on the same level. Right? It's like me, being with a guy is just as bad or just as problematic as being with a goat. There is nothing wrong with me being with another guy. There is tons of things wrong with doing bestiality. Those are not comparable situations. And the way it's framed, I feel, is problematic in a way. Not in a way. It is problematic the way that question is framed. Yeah. Bro was flabbergasted? Well, yeah, because it's problematic. It's not a good question. And like, the way, once again, it's framed shows, like, once again, the way it's framed, it shows it's like, oh, this is just as, this is nearly as bad as the other. It's like, no, they're not even comparable situations. They're not even close to being comparable situations. Like, no, I'm not gay, but it's like, I also, like, there are so many ethical problems. And there are zero ethical problems with, like, there are tons of ethical problems with bestiality. There are zero ethical problems with homosexuality. No, it's not even prison. It's not the fact that it's against the law that's the problem. I don't think something is bad morally just because something is or not against the law. That's what a gay would say? Bruh. There is nothing wrong with being gay, Bling. If you feel there is something wrong with being gay, you have something wrong with you. You don't have to be gay to be like, there is nothing wrong with it. You can just be like, I personally am just not a fan of it. to enjoy. Oh god, Sprinter! So many zombies here. But if I take out this area, then once again I have access to more stuff. Oh god. Hold on. And I can use it as a staging point to get to the gas station. Or I might have to accept the fact that I will not be getting gas.
Hey!
I saw 3 sprinters. The amount of zombies I have killed. Like, I have killed in 1 week 409 zombies. 400 divided by 7. It's 50 a day. I've killed 50 zombies a day. Just to loot this area, which is a fairly limited area. And I lost this. The amount of dogs you have killed, yes, unfortunately, is 1 higher than most. I have to kill 2 zombies to get my breakfast? A bird died because of me a long time ago. I mean, if you're planning to be a veterinarian, a lot more animals are going to die because of you. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just That's going to be that's the nature of being a veterinarian, is putting down animals. It won't be as brutal as what happened to me, but you know, kind of the process of being a veterinarian. That's why tons of veterinarians get very upset or very depressed. It's because they love animals. They took the job because they love animals, but the amount of people, like the amount of things that they have to do just to, like, a lot of their job is putting down animals occasionally. Not saying you shouldn't be a veterinarian, but, you know, we need them, but...
Hey!
Lead them closer to my home, closer to a fence. This night 6 about to break. Need another weapon. So do you think there's life beyond Earth? It's statistically likely that there's life beyond Earth. Like, it's statistically, like, especially if abiogenesis is true, it is, like, statistically guaranteed that there is life beyond Earth. Now, the problem is A, is it intelligent? Yeah, that's, like, that's a question that's really hard to answer, for one. And B, even if there was, they could be in other galaxies, right? And the problem with traveling to other galaxies is the fact that galaxies are moving apart from each other at the speed of light. So to travel to other galaxies, we need to develop travel that's faster than light. But the problem with developing travel that's faster than light is that, as far as we know, nothing goes faster than the speed of light. So, like, and then people will be like, wormholes! But it's like, well... how do you do that? I mean, it's possible, but it's, once again, just pretty out there. So they're very well, like, it is statistically, like, guaranteed there is other life out there. Whether or not it's, now forget about intelligence, we are on the same page. Well, yeah, if it's, it's statistically basically guaranteed that other life exists. When are you going to end stream? It's 4. I need to ready for my TTRPG game. Probably an hour, maybe 2 at most. What was I here for? Oh, right. I needed But yeah, especially if abiogenesis is like, which we have pretty strong evidence to know that abiogenesis is a thing. It's basically guaranteed that other life lives in other parts of the universe. Oh god, sprinters. Not possible to open an Einstein-Rosen bridge with current tech. But yeah, abiogenesis is pretty cool. I forgot. Abiogenesis is pretty fucking cool. One of those things that people always get mixed up. It's just like, oh, evolution, like, how do you explain how life got here? Well, evolution doesn't explain how life got here. It explains how speciation works and how life operates. Like one of the systems it does. It's like trying to explain how you burp. The process of burping in a creature, also explaining the origin of that species. That's not how. It's not how that works. Ever read J.W. Max's Five Questions Where Did Life Come From? Yeah, and they only talk about evolution. They only talk about evolution. And it's just like, but, like, that's not what evolution's about. Evolution is not about the origin of life, it's about speciation. It has an orange cover. Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking thing to do. I could probably fact check it just looking at it. Right? You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh god. Okay. JW.org. Library. Brochures and booklets. Origin of life. Here we go. All right. A student's dilemma. Peter shifts uneasily in his chair, a knot forming in his stomach. His teacher, a woman he respects, has just finished describing how Charles Darwin and his theory of evolution advanced scientific understanding and liberated mankind from superstitious beliefs. If your teacher is saying this, you have a shitty teacher. Charles Darwin, his theory of evolution, advanced scientific understanding. That's it. That's what the majority of things teach you. Oh crap, YouTube comments can't see this. There we go. Now YouTube can see it. A Mormon teacher. Well, now she has invited her students to express their opinions on this topic. Once again, a teacher shouldn't be saying, here, what's your opinion on this thing? Right? Like, what's your opinion? It's not about opinion, it's like, what have you learned, right? And how do we talk about it? Anyway, Peter faces a dilemma. His parents have taught him that God created the earth and all life on it. They say that the Bible's account of creation is trustworthy and that evolution is simply a theory. Let me finish this paragraph and then burn that into. One not supported by the evidence. Peter's teacher and his parents all mean well, but whom should Peter believe? All right. 1. You can say that God created Earth and all life on it and still say that evolution is true. They are not mutually exclusive things. Oh, hello, NQF Panda. Yeah, I do remember you. Hello. We are just going through this stupid little thing right now. Of what I used to believe. So, you can believe that God created the earth and all life and life on it, and still believe in evolution. So that's 1. Because once again, evolution doesn't teach about the origin of life. The next thing, they say that the Bible's account of creation is trustworthy. Trustworthy? It tells, what part of the story is that plants came before the sun. You can't have that. That's in the Genesis account describes that there were plants before the sun. How is that trustworthy? And that evolution is simply a theory. Simply? A theory is one of the best ways for scientific understanding to become. A theory is essentially a fact. There's a difference between the colloquial theory, where people are like, oh, it's just a guess, versus a scientific theory, which is, this is our current working model for all of understanding. Right? There's the colloquial theory and then the scientific theory. Theory are a working model of what we understand. If your scientific hypothesis has become a theory, it is essentially fact. The only reason why theories still exist within the scientific method and saying, oh, this is 100% truth, is that science doesn't just stop. We don't get an understanding that this happens and then we just stop looking into it. We continue our understanding of it. We continue to grow our knowledge and understanding of a topic, including evolution. Darwin was right about many things and was wrong about many things. The general idea of his theory was correct, and we still use of his understanding, but we don't use Darwinian theory anymore. We use neo-Darwinian theory in honor of his first steps into it. But whom should Peter believe? It's not about belief, it's about understanding. It's about understanding. Each school year, scenarios like the above play out in thousands of classrooms around the globe. What should Peter and students like him do? Would you not agree that they really need to make up their own minds on this matter? They need to examine the evidence for evolution and for creation, and then decide for themselves which they still believe. You know what? This is the only paragraph that I will 100% agree with, I think. This is like the only paragraph I think I would 110% agree with in this entire thing. Yeah. Anyways, in fact, the Bible warns against blindly believing what others teach. Anyone inexperienced puts faith in every word, states one Bible writer, but the shrewd one considers his steps. The Bible encourages Christians to use their power of reason and to prove to themselves the things they are taught. Except when it comes to faith. Christians are also taught to just have faith. What is faith but the assured expectation of things not beheld? You truly believe it's coming even though you can't see it. Is that the power of reason? No. That's faith. Faith is not reason. This brochure is not designed to support the efforts of religious groups who want to have creation taught in schools. Well, that's because they're young Earth creationists, typically. And Jehovah's Witnesses are old Earth creationists, except when it comes to humanity. The purpose of the brochure... the purpose of this brochure is to examine claims made by those who teach that life appeared spontaneously and assert that the Bible's account of creation is a myth. Assert? Spontaneously? Woo, so random! It's not like abiogenesis is a process that we are beginning to understand more and more. And it's not about evolution! Life appearing spontaneously has nothing to do with evolution. Nothing! And then asserting the Bible's account of creation is a myth. Once again, what came first? The plant? Or the sun? Which came first? The plant? Or the sun? You tell me! We will focus on the cell, because that is the most basic unit of life. You will be able to review some amazing facts about how cells are built. You will be asked to analyze the assumptions that underpin the theory of evolution. Oh! Really? Sooner or later, all of us need to confront the question, was life created or did it evolve? Once again, those are two different questions. Evolution is not mutually exclusive with was life created. You can believe that life was created and still know that evolution is a fact. They're not mutually exclusive. You likely have already given this topic serious thought. This brochure will present just some of the evidence that led many to believe that life was created. Question 1. How did life begin? Can we just ignore, this entire thing? Because it has nothing to do with evolution? I'm going to go through every single one of these things and say, that's not about evolution. This is 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 not about evolution. I could talk into, abiogenesis and our understandings, but that's what this entire thing... Okay. When you were a child, did you ever startle your parents by asking, where do babies come from? If so, how did they respond? Depending on your age and their personality, your parents might have ignored the question. If they did, they're assholes. Or given you a hurried, embarrassed answer. If that was your experience. Even if a 5-year-old asks where do babies come from, you can give a pretty decent answer. You don't want to get into you're not going to give the ins and outs, but you should be giving the fecking answer. Right? It's pretty fecking simple, and you don't have to be hurried or embarrassed about it. Bella! Are you back from being... You're back! Is not a bot! Lamau. Did you have to start a new... Welcome back. Hey, Bella, you're back. I'm glad. You're not dead anymore. He's not a bot. That's so funny. Working on deleting my other account? Fair enough. Be safe, stay well. You need to remove it? Fair. We'll get there. From the plan, please. Oh, yeah. I have to remove Bella is not a bot, right? Yeah. Which one do I remove? Bella is not a bot or Bella? That said welcome back. Oh, okay. There we go. It's been removed from the group. It has been done. It hath been done. The welcome back one I can't get access to. Damn. Anyways, we're just going through this stupid thing. Anyways, or perhaps you were told some fanciful tales that you later found out to be false. If your parents are doing that, they're also assholes. Of course, if a child is to be properly prepared for adulthood and marriage, he or she eventually needs to learn about the wonders of sexual reproduction, of which they should learn sooner rather than later. Just as many parents feel awkward about discussing where babies come from, which they shouldn't, some scientists seem reluctant to discuss an even more fundamental question: where did life come from? Receiving a credible answer to that question can have a profound effect on a person's outlook on life. So how did life begin? Abiogenesis is our current working model. What do many scientists claim? Many who believe in evolution would tell you that billions of years ago, life began on the edge of an ancient tidal pool or deep in the ocean. Once again, this has nothing to do with evolution. This has nothing to do with evolution. And number two, those are not the only possibilities of how abiogenesis started. They feel that in some such location, chemicals spontaneously assembled into bubble-like structures, formed complex molecules, and began replicating. They believe that all life on Earth originated by accident from one or more of these simple original cells. Okay, so if we're not gonna just I've already displayed how this is not evolution, but in terms of abiogenesis, which I know less about, but I do know a decent amount. For one, it's not just spontaneously. We know that chemicals interact and interlock with each other and produce consistent effects that can be studied, measured, and predicted consistently. So this isn't just accident. These are processes that are to be expected, right? Other equally respected scientists who also support evolution disagree. They speculate that the first cells, or at least their major components, arrived on Earth from outer space. I am back, Blaine. Fair enough. Why? Because despite their best efforts, scientists have been able to prove that life can spring from non-living molecules. In 2008, Professor of Biology Alexandre Menez highlighted the dilemma. He said that over the last 50 years, no empirical evidence supports the hypothesis of the spontaneous appearance of life on Earth from nothing but a molecular soup, and no significant advance in scientific knowledge leads in this direction. Everything about this is wrong, but I'm curious. Alexandre Menez, who is she? Or he, my bad. What's the arguments about? Oh, it enlightened me. Essentially, we're going into my past Jehovah's Witnesses. They have this brochure, The Origin of Life, 5 questions worth asking. And it's just them being anti-evolution and being problematic. Redo, please? I'm not going to redo the whole thing. But I think we're done anyways. Like, this already pisses me off because this entire thing, this entire page is a straw man of evolution. Because evolution does not talk about the origin of life. Abiogenesis does. And they clearly, don't understand what abiogenesis is about. Because they use worded propaganda that just consistently are wrong. Anyways, I think I'm actually going to end stream here. This is the time to end stream. But we actually survived again. I am very happy that we survived. For those of you on YouTube, this is the end of the show. I have been streaming for almost 4 hours. For those of you on Twitch, this is probably not the end of the show. Evolution, hashtag origin of life. They're not the same things. Evolution is not the origin of life. Evolution is the origin of speciation. Yeah, evolution equals path of life. Correct! Abiogenesis is the potential origin of life. And our understanding of it is getting better and better as time goes on. Anyways, for those of you on Twitch, the show is probably not over. We can find someone to raid. Which we will be rating the Soggy. As always, thank you so much for watching the stream. I appreciate all of you and appreciate you guys walking by. As always, I hope that you stay safe, sleep well, and don't let the bedbugs bite. And until next time, bye for now.